Wow, that one came out of nowhere. Turbo was good.
What up, Turbo?
He said, "Send me the link." Jesus Christ. All right, Turbo. Maybe during our third topic with the NFL, which is dead wrong. Yeah, week 1, a lot of fun. Not really.
I mean, you know, no. To be honest with you, football is terrible. Let's just be for real.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
You know, I'm always looking for the perfect, you know.
Ball suckers. He in the building.
Big time. You know, Flea's with us through the airwave digital spirits.
Big shout out to Jay-Z. Have everybody panties in a bunch. Listen,
What do you think about that real quick?
I'm being honest here. No disrespect. I don't want to see Lil Wayne. I'm just saying. To me, it ain't got nothing to do with New Orleans. Now, I honestly think people are jumping the gun. I think, you know how they always have 2 performers. They have the main, and then they have somebody that come out as a guest. I'm pretty sure Lil Wayne is going to pop out as a guest. But the problem is, just because it's in your city, you have Burby, you have everybody that's thinking. And listen, man, what people think we are going to get excited for, y'all are 10, 15 years late. Sorry. Nobody's not even getting excited for Jay-Z on the stage no more. You think we're going to get excited for Lil Wayne? And I'm going to just say this. Lil Wayne ain't even said nothing. Y'all, he a grown man. Listen, man, this is why New York City, this is why we the best at everything. I'm not a fan of none of them. But big shout out to Jay-Z, because once again, he does it again. That's
what I said. So he's the only.
Again.
You said this before. I don't think you think he got the funny haircut and everything, but he sticks true to himself, the sneaky Brooklyn Ninja.
It's not even sneaky, bro.
Listen, bro. Both choices were great, like I told Flea yesterday. They were both great. It's New Orleans. It makes sense. We saw Dre in LA. Come on now. New Orleans, a hip-hop act in New Orleans. Hold on. Hip-hop act in New Orleans, right? Lil Wayne, and it's not going to be him. It'll be the whole Cash Money crew. I'm not saying you have to see it or not. All I'm saying is, if he chose Lil Wayne, hold on. If he chose Lil Wayne, we're not going to say nothing about it. It's going to be okay. It'll be headline news for 5 minutes.
Let me tell you why you can't.
Purpose.
I know you spoke about this yesterday, and I'm mad I wasn't on, so we ain't going to take too much time on it. But I'm going to tell you why you can't choose Lil Wayne. Because, for one, Drake and Nicki may get on there. That's not happening. Both of them throw too many shots at him. Listen, this is what I don't understand. If you throw shots at me and I got a problem with you, why would I support you? See, that's the thing. And everybody's petty. So everybody needs to stop acting like if they had a problem or a light beef. Remember, it ain't real beef. It's hip-hop beef. It's music beef. Bruh, I'm not throwing y'all no lifeline. And let's be realistic. Who wants to see a Young Money reunion with who? Turk and BG? Come on, bro. Nah, man. Get all of them out of here.
Yeah, but you making my point.
Kendrick.
Kendrick's the hottest dude out.
Listen,
he's another
you can't compare LA, Dr. Dre, and them. Because once again, you have Dr. Dre. Yeah,
what?
Hold on.
To Cash Money? That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy, bro. Cash Money been relevant for 4 decades.
So let me ask you a question. Right now, on Cash Money, remember, we talking Cash Money. We not talking Young Money.
Right.
Who do you want to see? Right? Who would you pay to see perform right now on Cash Money?
Wait, hold on. That's Cash Money though, bro. See, you trying to finagle in the way possible.
No, I'm not, bro.
Yeah, but no. If you're taking the Dr. Dre, all them guys ain't signed to Dr. Dre.
Bro, hold on.
Magic Body ain't signed to Dr. Dre.
That's his family tree.
That is the Cash Money family tree. Either way, I'm not saying
the Cash Money family tree is BG, Turk, Lil Wayne, Juvenile, Manny Fresh, and Birdman. That is
Okay.
the Cash Money tree.
And you forgetting Lil Wayne has Young Money underneath Cash
All
Money,
right,
bro.
cool. So you comparing that to Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, and 50 Cent?
What you mean? Hold on. I'm more of a fan of Dr. Dre, Snoop, and 50 and 50. Okay. And NWA. Okay. But you can't, again, the South is different. With the whole country went, it's Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Lil Wayne. They're the biggest artists the last 15 years, too.
Nobody
Anyway,
wants to see them, bro.
So you say they asked Drake a couple times to go to the Super Bowl, by the way. So by the way,
How
and that's
long
not even
ago?
my point. I don't know. But listen, that's not even my point. My point is that it's a mighty convenient choice to pick Kendrick Lamar, and you get to shoot at these dudes. Of course, Jay's taking that route. That's what I'm saying. What you mean it ain't hate? Definitely hate. The sneaky Brooklyn Ninja is back at it. I love it.
Like I said, I don't think it's sneaky. I love it though. Listen, because I'm being honest, I'm doing the same thing. Facts. Look, y'all not even being mentioned. If it's up to me, y'all couldn't even come to the Super Bowl. How about that? Yeah. Only one allowed in is Lil Wayne, Birdman, Nicki, Drake, all y'all. Y'all can't even come to the Super Bowl. Stay at a bar and watch it. But
That's
we
probably
here, AllBall TV.
That's probably what's gonna happen. I mean, we talked about the best artists the last decade or so. Let's talk about the right now. Best NBA players right now, according to Hoops Hype. Thank you, Hoops Hype, for being decent with yourself. Hoops Hype's top 25 players in the NBA for 2024-2025.
Here we go.
They got Nikola Jokic number 1, Luka Doncic number 2, SGA number 3, Giannis number 4, Joel Embiid number 5, Tatum number 6, Anthony Edwards 7, Jalen Brunson 8, Anthony Davis 9. And to kick off the second season of the Wemby years, shout out to the Mac God, Victor Wembanyama, top 10. Oh boy, I might keep this up for you if you need.
Keep that up for a few, please.
Sure. What do you think of this list?
I like the list. Brunson should be where Giannis is at. That's the only thing that I don't like about the list. And as long as LeBron ain't in the top 10, I don't care who's after 10. He's not in the top 10. I'm perfectly fine with that. But Brunson should be where Giannis is at. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. I don't know why Anthony Davis is in the top 10.
Who would you replace him with? He's the next 10 just for
probably Donovan Mitchell.
Or Donovan Mitchell as your
hold on. Or maybe Jalen Brown. Hold on. You can't have Tatum up there without Brown. So I would probably replace him with Brown. Brown won Eastern Conference Finals MVP and the NBA Finals MVP. So I would replace Anthony Davis with Jalen Brown, and I would switch Giannis and Jalen Brunson. Brunson would be number 4, and Giannis would be number 8.
Durant is old, man.
Tyrese Halliburton is better than LeBron. You gotta love it. He's better than Steph Curry. You gotta love it.
Amazing. And he was hurt. He missed most of the year. That was crazy. I was gonna say Tyrese Halliburton over Ant-Man.
So this got to be the projection for the next season because Ja Morant didn't even play last season.
Yeah, but I'm still. You ain't telling me. Well, let me see this top 10. Ja Morant is tough, bro. We forgetting that.
Yeah,
he had 2 years off, basically.
Yeah, he got to play though. I can't put him in the top 10 and he didn't play.
Yeah, not top 10. But he's the number 1 on this team, and Kevin Durant is not. Devin Booker, him and Durant arguing over that spot. I don't know if Devin Booker's better than Ja Morant. And yeah, we're going by what the last thing we seen, but I really believe in Ja as much as he's gone through. It's 2 years he got off. He took a vacation.
Yeah, Josh. Listen, I don't know if
Josh right?
better. Yeah, him and Devin Booker. That's a good
conversation.
I'm being honest. I gained a little respect for Devin Booker in the Team USA Olympics. He came up with some key plays, man. So but Ja Morant is super tough. We just got, when a guy ain't playing almost 2 years, I don't see how you could put him in the top 10. He's lucky to be on this list. Like, I wouldn't have been mad if he wasn't, because this is what I'm saying. How do you have Ja Morant there? You don't even have Kawhi Leonard on the list. Ja Morant didn't play.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's a great point.
Like
he ain't even top 25.
Right, exactly. So for me, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Like I said, the list is not bad. The list is not bad at all. But I think, think about this. SGA and Brunson, they both went. I think, did OKC go to game 6 or 7 in the second round?
Game 6.
Right. We went game 7. All our guys was hurt. I think Brunson should be right behind SGA. So that's that. And I have a problem with Anthony Davis being there and Jaylen Brown not being there. Because my opinion, in the playoffs, Jaylen Brown was better than Jason Tatum.
You want to reward a guy for being reliable.
Yeah, but you also got to reward a guy for winning. Remember, Boston had the best record. Even though everybody was hurt, they killed everybody. And once again, Jaylen Brown won the Eastern Conference MVP and the NBA Finals MVP. What more can you ask from a player? When I guarantee you everybody bet Jason Tatum would win those awards. If you had a poll, I guarantee you 95% of that poll would have Jason Tatum winning those accolades.
Well, it's funny because the first pair of teammates that even cracked like the top 15 together is Anthony Davis and LeBron. So going by your logic, yeah, Jaylen Brown should be higher, because how do you have two guys in the top 15 and they did nothing?
Right, that's what I'm saying. So and you see how bad they are trying to make Jason Tatum a superstar. They are trying to do everything in their power to try to make him the face of the league, and it's not going to happen. He got exposed in the Olympics. There was times that I thought Steve Kerr should have put him in the game, and I think he earned the right to be in the game because he's a champion. But when I seen him on the court, he didn't look like he belonged there. Like, let's be for real. I think his legacy, him as a player, took a hit in the Olympics. And I think he got exposed. Like I said, I've been telling people, if Jason Tatum was that good, they wouldn't have to rebuild around the Boston Celtics every year. Every year they have to upgrade. That's why this year we're going to see what they're going to do, because they made no changes. But, I have a problem with Anthony Davis being in the top 10. Is he a top 10 talent? Yes. But to lose in the first round and win one game? Nah. No, Anthony Davis does not belong there. At all. Yeah, at all. So, and I'm trying to figure out, like I said, Giannis was injured, playoffs, lost in the first round. I don't get it. Yeah, so for me, like I said, I'm switching Giannis with Brunson. And yeah, I'm a diehard Knicks fan and I'm being a little biased, but still, his play proved he belongs in the top 5. And I think he was a top 5 MVP candidate, if I'm not mistaken. Top 5 or top 6.
Brunson?
Yeah.
6. Yeah.
Right. So for me, like I said, I will switch him with Giannis, Anthony Davis. I don't care where y'all put him at, but Jaylen Brown deserves to be in that top 10 right alongside Jason Tatum.
Taking him out for Ant-Man, though, I think their logic was 1 through 10, the number 1 guy on every team. That's what it looks like to me. Because there's no teammate on there, and it's like
Anthony Davis is not the number 1 guy on his team, though. I mean, I know we think that, but let's be realistic. We all know who everybody knows is the number 1 guy on that team.
Right, but whose type is agreeing with us? They don't believe LeBron can lead you to the promised land as a top player in the game. I think that's what they're saying. The same thing as us. How the hell are you gonna have this 40-year-old trying to trot out a championship team? Also, I know I sound sarcastic, but I'm riding with Matt Guard. I don't think Anthony Davis right now doesn't have the motor to compete with Victor. I think Wemby is gonna show out. This kid is crazy, bro. Like I was trying to deny it. Like OKC, we'll get to them in a second because they look dangerous. Bro, every time we talk about, let's say, Dennis Rodman or any defensive player back in the day, what's the first thing I say? How you gonna stay on the court? You have no offense to stay on the court. He can score. He can impact on the offensive end, and then he's a demon in this era. 7'4", and he makes a play. He can interrupt any single play, all of them. The only one on that top 10 who can do what he does is Anthony Davis, but he don't have the motor. And we don't think he has the heart. I think this is Wemby's time. I just it's one of those guys, man. Like we've seen it with LeBron. To me, we've seen it with LeBron. I was too young to see Mike come up, but to me, when I see the footage on Mike, I'm like, who the hell was better than that? I'm watching the tape. He looked crazy. Wemby looks insane. They're gonna make him. I think with this list, we're gonna revisit it and be like, yo, Wemby's top 5. He's top 5. And I'm sorry, even Tatum. Tatum don't impact defensively like Wemby. Wemby is crazy.
When I first, the Wembyama, I was wrong. But I don't think I was totally wrong. Is he going to be a great player? I don't know. Like, is he going to affect the game like Akeem Olajuwon? Like the greats? Like Wilt Chamberlain? Like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? We laugh, but Patrick Ewing, for 10 years, man, he like these guys was legit. Playoffs, deep runs in the playoffs, monsters on defense. Look at guys like David Robinson, Tim Duncan. So for me, the Wembyama thing, man, I'm gonna be honest. They make the rules for these guys. These guys are soft, they light, and I'm being honest. His talent is top 10. But right now, he's not a top 10 player. And I'm going to say this. Barely won 25 games. Sorry.
Right. For being real, who lost more games than him on this top 25 list besides John Morant?
Come on. I think, he might have went close to 30. But, of course, the last 5-6 games, like, nobody's even playing. So the teams you're playing, if you're playing for nothing. So he barely won 25 games. So I can't reward that. Now, like I said, is he going to one day be there? See, this is what I tell people. In 5 more years, big shout to Matt Guard. Very high on Wemby. And then, I seen Dwight Howard say, Wemby has the opportunity to become one of the GOATs. And said in 5 years, Wemby's going to be the best player in the league. I'm saying, okay, but in 5 years, Luka's still going to be there. Tatum's still going to be there. Embiid's still going to be there. Joker and Giannis is still going to be there. Brunson is still going to be there. SGA is still going to be there. Ant-Man is still going to be there. So I'm not saying he doesn't have better talent than them, but is he going to be a better basketball player? Is he going to get his team to the playoffs, to the finals, conference finals? I got to see that first before I jump out the window. So I'm not going with the hype. Does it look great? Yes. Does at times he looks like, wow, like an alien? Yes. But once again, if you're not even in the runs competing for at least a play-in, I'm being honest, I can't reward you with no top nothing. I'm sorry.
I gotta fully agree, and I think he's gonna prove all that wrong this year because it's not just talent anymore. That's skill, and then we see him getting better. It looks like he cares to get better. I don't know if it's just a show. To your point, he got to show improve this year with that. But all them names you mentioned, Hakeem Olajuwon, it took him some time to adjust on the offensive end. Patrick Ewing played some time in college. Straight out the gate, he was ill. David Robinson, he owed 2 years to the Navy. Lord knows what his stats would look like if he would have had them 2 seasons in the NBA. But he immediately made an impact in the NBA. And to me, so did Wemby. Like looks.
But even go back to Wilt Chamberlain, guys like Shaq. Let's not forget Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like these guys were big men that dominated from high school, college, and came straight to the NBA and was dominant. You know what I'm saying? And for me, with Wemby, with that skill set, I told you, I said, make me a believer. Your first year, starting the All-Star game. If you that guy. It's happened before. Grant Hill. If I'm not mistaken, Vince Carter, I don't know if he started, but he went to the All-Star game his first year. So that's all.
No. Just Grant Hill.
No? Okay, just Grant Hill. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what I wanted to see. And do I believe, and I said this, I said Wemby has an opportunity to lead in all categories. Maybe not scoring, but rebounding, blocks, things like that. So, I'm rooting for the kid, but listen, man, I seen them get pushed around too much. And I'm going to be honest, we cannot ignore, they are making the rules for these guys. Think about Wemby 15 years ago. Like, seriously. He ain't doing nothing. So that to me, we can't keep forgetting that. The league is sweet, and they're trying to prop these guys up. But I gotta see it, Fabe. Like I said, we'll see. Everywhere Chris Paul goes, I'm sorry for taking so long cutting you off. Everywhere Chris Paul goes, he wins. OKC, Houston. It didn't work in Golden State, which nobody thought it would work. I don't even know why he went there. I mean, Phoenix, New Orleans in the beginning, the Clippers. So, let's see what he has left in the tank. But I don't know how much better Chris Paul is going to make the Spurs. For Wemby to take that next leap, I'm being honest, with that skill and with how everybody is so high on him, I need to see him in the playoffs. I don't care if you get swept. I need you to put that team on your back and get your team to the play-in or to the playoffs. But I'm not trying to hear another 30-win season. I'm not going for that.
While you were talking, I looked it up because you were making some great points. And it's like they got to the league and everything changed. When Shaq got to the league, they won 20 more games from the season before to his season. Will Chamberlain, 18 more games when he got drafted by Philly, whoever it was. Only one.
Name some more if you could. How about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? How about Hakeem? How about Patrick Ewing?
Hakeem. Oh, I'm going to get to Ewing in a second. Hakeem. I think Hakeem won.
Hold on, Fabian, because while you're looking, think about that. Nobody talks about that. We just automatically see the skill set and jump out the window. No, what effect you had on the team? What kind of effect you had on the city? Come on, let's be for real. The Spurs stink.
Hakeem won 19 more games when he got with the Rockets. And that's the thing. Patrick Ewing, they won the same amount of games from the year before and the year he was there, and they didn't start winning until like 3 years later. So potentially, so far, Wemby's on the Patrick Ewing trajectory. That says a lot. No, it's not bad, but
it's realistic, man.
I just threw it out there because I'm like, yo, Wemby looks too crazy, especially towards an era that's designed for him. Patrick Ewing had an era designed for him. So I'm looking at him a little bit differently, but you gotta look at Hakeem and continue to give him more props, because if they won 19 more games with Hakeem Olajuwon and you won the same amount of games with Patrick Ewing, it's no disrespect. It's just how did you impact the game? And now I gotta look at Wemby like, wait a minute, am I going too far with what I'm seeing? You know what I'm saying? So that was great.
I mean,
Shaq won 20 more games.
Come on, man. I think everybody's going too far with Wemby. Let's be perfectly, honest about Patrick Ewing. The team they built around him, it was never a great team. Like, we have to be honest about that. A lot of these guys, and maybe that's Patrick Ewing for, that's a whole nother story for Knicks rehab as far as, him with the contracts and things of that nature. But he's never really had a 1A. A lot of these teams, man, a lot of these players, they got 2-3 all-stars with them out the gate. Come on, Shaq came in with Penny, Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott. You know what I'm saying? So, but listen, I got to see a lot from Wemby, because that list that he's with, look at all the guys that's on there. Look at the automatic impact they had as soon as they got there. Look at the impact Brunson had with New York, Giannis with Milwaukee, Luka automatically with Dallas. Look at the Joker. Look at SGA now. So, some big shoes to fill. People need to slow down with Wemby, because, if he doesn't win a championship, but he gets to the title, he wins, he's going to have the most blocks, the most rebounds, and he get those things, and some all NBA defense first teams, and win some defensive player of the years. Listen, man, it's not bad. It's not bad, but he's not going to be a guy that you could just put it all on him and he take you to the promised land. They're going to have to build a superstar team around him, and I'm trying to see how that's going to happen in San Antonio.
I usually reserve the comments for later on, but Michael James he out here clicking and blinking. I agree with the jaw take, and remember that shoulder injury. No, that's not the one. With CP, Wemby should take a huge step offensively. The thing about the winning is situation based. Shaq had talent there, and Dream had Ralph Sampson. Damn, that's a good point.
Yeah, because remember, I just said that though. I said,
yeah.
Go ahead.
But Shaq, he was drafted by the Magic, and they went through the whole, what's it called? Not the lottery team, but when you have a new franchise.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot. Damn,
So
that's gonna bother me all this time. But go ahead.
yes, so they have like an expansion draft after that.
Right,
so you get a collection of NBA talent, and Nick Anderson was there. So great point, Michael James, because Wemby didn't have that situation. So to your point, AllBall, it's like I believe in him. He made me believe. Any doubt that I had, he killed it that first week in the NBA last season, and he continued. When they beat the Phoenix Suns the way that they did, and just him, I'm just a big fan of defense. And anybody that helps himself stay on the court after dominating, he's dominating on the defensive end. Nah, he's not gonna be a big time shot blocker in terms of Hakeem and Mutombo and these guys, but he blocks shots and he deflects way too many passes.
But he could be though. Like think about it. He probably could average 5-6 blocks a game.
He's already at 4.
That's what I'm saying. But it's not that I don't believe in Wemby. You know who I don't believe in? No. And this is no hate on Pop. I think Pop, his coaching style is played out. A guy like Wemby, you gotta let him loose. Like you literally just gotta let him do what he wants. Like you gotta remember, Pop is still in that mindset where the coaches run the team. Them days is over. It's about the players. And I said this last season. I said, if Pop don't let Wemby loose, this is why, shout out to Gilbert. I don't never agree with Gilbert Arenas, but I agree with him with this one. Gilbert Arenas said, I wish Wemby would have went to Houston. I do not want to see Wemby with San Antonio Spurs. Why? Because it's not a Tim Duncan situation. He's not going over there with Avery Johnson and David Robinson. Mario, he not going over there with vets. He not going over there with that. It's a new day. So if you think now building through the draft and you want to get them days is over. So, for me, I believe in Wemby. I just don't believe in Pop because I think Pop is over. What is when you over something you stay
over the hill?
No. He's over the hill, but you overstaying your welcome. If I'm saying it right, to me, he just is. It's like Stan Van Gundy. Remember, they gave him a shot. Nah, bro, it's over.
Right.
Y'all dudes can't coach today. Look at Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr knows how to adapt, whether we think he overrated or not. Greg Popovich still has the same mannerisms, the same mindset. So I just think, that's what's going to hold Wemby back. But I have no problem with the list. But you know me, Brunson needs to be higher. Averaged 28 in the season. In the playoffs, averaged damn near 35. Had how many 40-point games? Got his team to the second round in the Game 7 with all the injuries. He was top 6 MVP, all-second NBA, all-star, 50 wins. So for me, I think Brunson should be much higher. Like I said, he needs to swap with Giannis. And I would get Anthony Davis out of there. And I got to put my man Jaylen Brown. But the rest of the list is fine with me. LeBron is not top 10. I love it. No, because people are starting to be honest now. It's just, I'm tired of the nut hugging. Seriously. Like you can argue with people that would still have him top 10. It's like, get out of here, man.
I was saying that I was leading that bandwagon last year. What are you guys talking about? He's a first option. Word. That guy. And he blew his load by December.
Listen, man, it's not even that. It's just, listen, bro. I keep telling people, he will never let go. This is the problem with. I've been saying this. LeBron Lakers is Michael Jordan Wizards. Michael Jordan on the Wizards. Guys like that will never pass the keys. That's not who they are. They are going to be who they are until it's over. So as long as LeBron keeps thinking he's the best player on the team and the offense got to run through him, they're going to have that problem. And that was the same problem in Washington. Yeah, Mike, you playing good at that age. Yeah, LeBron, you playing fantastic at that age. But how was the team playing?
Right.
You get into the playoffs and get smoked. You barely, remember, if it's no playing, you're not in the playoffs.
Horrible. I was trying to maybe I could open this up.
What's that?
Let's see if I could do this. Share screen. I can't do it the way I want to.
And I'm gonna be real. Your man, I thought Rashawn McCants came out the gate crazy. What's your man name? Swaggy P. Lord have mercy. The things he say.
He's horrible.
They clickbait thing is just so out of control. It's crazy.
And what is he talking about? Shaq and Kobe. Shaq, we would sweep the Lakers. It was like
Shaq didn't average 40. Couldn't hit free throws. What are you talking about, man?
It wouldn't even be close.
Don't tell me I can't talk about basketball. What these dudes say is crazy.
Insane.
Don't understand. Right here.
So we're moving right along. Swaggy P talking about the past and all these great teams, but we're going to talk about the great teams of today. We have a power ranking. Hold on, we're going through. Ain't my fault. Give me 2 seconds, old ball.
Big shout out everybody in the chat, man. Listen, man, y'all already know YouTube, AllBall TV, man. Share the live. Appreciate all y'all. Let's go.
Damn, it ain't going the way I wanted to. The joint you sent me?
Yeah.
Because the screenshot, I can't do it the way I wanted to. Let me see if I open up a note real quick and do it like that.
Got the big debate tonight. Oh, baby.
Oh, dear Lord. That's what we call the whole ball's going crazy. You muted yourself.
The big debate. It's going down. You still trying to figure out a way to get that on the screen?
Yeah. Extra file. I just had it on there too.
Shit. Y'all in the chat. Who y'all top 10 right now in the NBA?
NBA.
I mean, you may just have to read it off.
2025.
Huh? Yo. You can hear me?
Damn, froze again.
Nah, I can hear you. Look, StreamYard acting up, y'all. Spawn page. Luka, Joker, Tatum, Brown, Kyrie, SGA. Listen, there's no way in the world y'all ain't got Brunson up there. And B. There's no way in the world Brunson is not top 10. It's no way in the world y'all don't have Brunson top 10. He was top 6 MVP candidate, All NBA second team, All-Star, made it to the second round, Game 7, averaged 28 in the regular season, 35 in the playoffs, and won 50 games. Come on, man. Show my guy Brunson some love. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What we not doing?
No, I'm just saying, my man Brunson, Spawn page, they giving a top 10. I mean, you got to put Brunson in there. When you read off them accolades, we ain't going to do that.
Thank you for hanging in there through our technical difficulties, folks. We are right back. AllBall TV.
Are you able to pull it up?
Yeah, I just went to the Instagram account.
Let's go.
So, the 2025 NBA Power Rankings had been revealed.
Y'all see that
basketball forever?
Yep, y'all see that blue and orange in there? Go ahead, Fabe. I'm sorry. I'm just excited.
They got the Celtics number 1, the Thunder number 2, Mavericks number 3, Timberwolves number 4, the Knicks number 5, Sixers 6, 7th are the Nuggets. Wow. 8th are the Knicks, the Kings, excuse me. 9th are the Bucks, and 10th are the Pacers. Rounding out 11 is the Phoenix Suns, and 12 is the Orlando Magic. First thing that surprised me was the Sacramento Kings at number 8. What's shocking you over here? What are you most impressed with aside from them ranking the Knicks way too low?
I'm gonna be honest. I think we should be ahead of the Timberwolves only because they didn't make no moves. Like us with the addition of Mikal Bridges, I have no problem with Boston because they won a championship. OKC with the addition of Hartenstein and Caruso, no problem.
Number 1 seed.
Right. Mavs got Clay and they just went to the finals, no problem. Like I said, I get the Timberwolves because they went to the conference finals, but they didn't make no moves. But okay, our Knicks, I love it. Top 5 in power rankings. I love it. I don't see why the Denver Nuggets is even there, to be honest with you.
Would you take them out of the top 10? Like past the Kings and the Bucks and the Pacers?
Let me see. I would take them out the top 10. And I would put I wouldn't mind putting the Suns or the Magic there. The Suns got the guard Johnson, right?
And, KCP and Suggs.
Right, and right.
Oh, no, you said the Suns.
Got Tyler, what's his name?
Tyus Jones.
Right, so that's an upgrade at point guard. And the Magic got KCP. So I wouldn't mind, maybe putting the Kings at 7. I don't think the Bucks deserve to be in the top 10.
I disagree.
What moves did they make?
They got the kid Grant. They got 2 guys.
What kid Grant?
I gotta look up the was it Jeremy Grant? They got one kid that could kind of shoot.
Nah, they ain't got somebody. You talk about Jeremy Grant from Portland?
I thought it was him, not Jeremy. If it wasn't Jeremy, it was somebody else. And they got somebody else they got on a good deal.
Nah, you gotta look that up.
God, I'm gonna look it up now.
You gotta look that up.
But I think the Bucks made 2 sneaky moves to keep them in the top 10. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but
they didn't have that.
I don't see how the Nuggets is there, to be honest. I mean, you're not gonna tell me because the addition of Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, it's not gonna be him. And you lose a lot with KCP and Brown back-to-back years, man. Like they didn't make up for that.
At all.
Yeah.
So, so it's no way in the world the Nuggets now. I wouldn't mind the Nuggets being 11 or 12. Like I said, okay, you put the Bucks at 7, you keep the Kings at 8, and then like I said, 9, 10 can be, Indiana, Suns, however that is. I would put the Denver Nuggets last. To be honest with you.
12?
Yeah, remember they lost in the second round 4 straight games. They was up 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Gary Trent. Thank you, Mike James. Yeah, they got Gary Trent. To me, that's not. Nah, I like Gary Trent. Coming off the bench, explosive. Yeah, he could light it up. But nah, to me, that don't put the Bucks in the top 10. I'm a big Dame guy, and they were a disaster this year, even though they had to deal with injuries. But nah, I'm not putting the Bucks at number 9. Like I said, I would put the Kings at 7. I would probably put the Pacers probably 8. And then, like I said, I would probably, maybe have Magic 9, Suns 10, something like that.
Milwaukee's gonna be tough. That was your trash is our treasure. Actually, your treasure is even more of our treasure. The way Denver lost them, and we talked about it last year. I was very big on the Magic, but the inexperience, that was Banchero's second year.
Yeah, but they went to a game 7, man.
They went to a game 7, round 2, and now you have 2 guys who put pressure on the ball.
Round 1, right?
I'm sorry, round 1.
Yeah, round 1.
Cleveland lost in round 2.
Right.
But you got 2 guys who could put pressure on you like that, man. And I don't know, like they're not too fluid on offense. Franz Wagner he disappointed me a lot, big time, because you can't shoot. I think he shot like 25%. That's crazy. You a white man. What you doing shooting 25% in the NBA? and he has a surprisingly good I don't want to compare him to Paul Pierce. You know how Paul Pierce and Steven Jackson had that old man game that it worked?
Yeah.
That's how Franz Wagner moves to me, like this old man. Like, how you falling for that? But it works. 6'10", and defensively, he's kind of a little bit better than Banchero on the low. On the low. Long kids, his brother, they're scary as hell, man. They're scary as hell because if they have any sort of leap from Banchero, that's tough. And then Suggs is continuing to get better. If Franz gives you shooting, oh dear Lord. But again, we got to use our imagination for that. The same way I think the Nuggets got to use their imagination now, because you did a half a magic trick. All your guys disappeared and you ain't replace them. The Nuggets, we talked about it earlier this week or earlier last week. Now you see everybody else talking about it. We earlier as usual. Them Denver Nuggets, man, they're starting to be in shambles. They're starting to be in shambles. That's terrible work. And I think on the low, I'm trying to see where the Memphis Grizzlies land.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, you know, when I think of power rankings, you can hear me?
Yeah.
When I think of power rankings, you know, I'm thinking of, you know, the power teams. A lot of these teams was real good in the regular season, real good in the playoffs, and then now they made additions. You get what I'm saying? I think Orlando Magic should be higher. They made a key addition, a vet, a champion, a defender, a scorer. To me, that was a great addition. Now, how is it going to work? Right. I'm sorry, with the Lakers as well. So for me, you know, I put them above Milwaukee. Now, I'm not saying they'll be better than Milwaukee. I'm not saying I would pick them in against Milwaukee in the playoffs, but I'm saying if we're going power rankings, the move they made was more significant than what the Milwaukee Bucks made. Like I said, I like Gary Trent, but that's not a better addition than KCP going to Orlando. I can't agree with that.
I also like the fact that they got them over the Cavs, who they lost to last year. They agree with maybe. Or let me ask you. I agree that adding KCP puts them over the Cavs, because the Cavs ain't add nothing either.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, you know, the Cavs, you know, Donovan Mitchell, like I said, man, he's great in the regular season. So, you know, the only reason why they lost was probably lack of experience. But I think now, this season coming up, if Orlando plays Cleveland in the playoffs, I think Orlando beats them. So, I think this move definitely puts them over Cleveland, and this is why Cleveland is not up there on the list.
I do have to say this and warn everybody, though. The same way we give Joker his credit, Giannis, these guys credit, they, you know, year in, year out, the MVP candidates, yeah. But Ja Morant was sneaking around there being an MVP candidate. They were up there getting a top 2 seed. Yeah, they lost Tyus Jones. That's big time, you know, pure point guard type. But as much as I critique Marcus Johnson, that's a playoff veteran, finals veteran. He's done his thing. Did you know they finished 12th in defense last year? Can you name any other defender besides Marcus Smart and Triple J on that team?
Nah.
12th? So you did all that and you got your guy coming back, and that rookie kid's going to be interesting. Of course, we got to use our imagination because he's 7'4", and the rules are against him basically. But what's wrong with him looking at some Steven Adams tape and trying to do an impersonation of the real Aquaman over there? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with trying to imitate Mitchell Robinson a little bit, grab some offensive rebounds, make something happen?
Well,
I don't know. They might be able to sneak into the power rankings with the powerful guy like Ja Morant.
You know, as good as Ja Morant is, you know, Memphis got to be careful because I think they ship is kind of sailing. I don't think they have enough. As much as I like Bane, it's not enough. Triple J, Jackson, won the Defensive Player of the Year, not good enough. As far as like, you know, him being the second or third option. I'm sorry. So, you know, with Phoenix, with KD and them over there, like I said, Kawhi and the Clippers, you know, if they can stay healthy, you know, we can laugh all we want, but LeBron and them still makes the playoffs. Denver, they look, to me, what Minnesota is what Memphis should have been. How Minnesota took that leap, you know? I think, listen, man, it might be a little too late. Now, that doesn't take away from Ja Morant being great and coming out like gangbusters and going crazy. But as far as the team success, I think they missed their window. So I think, you know, they got to figure out what they're going to do. I'm pretty sure they're not going to get rid of Ja Morant, but he really has something to think about as far as his future. Because I really think that ship has sailed. I really do. With Memphis in the West.
All we ever talk about, and of course, I compared over a year ago, Ja Morant to SGA, and I was saying, are you sure Ja Morant's better than SGA? Like, SGA is having a crazy leap year, and he still needed to be consistent, and he's shown improved to be top 2 in the MVP category. OKC has surrounded SGA, like you said. Minnesota has surrounded Ant-Man with great players, but I don't think Memphis is doing anything short for Ja Morant like that. I think they're doing a better job on the low. That kid Vince Williams, I'm looking at some stuff with him. He's like some super defender on the low over there in Memphis. He's 6'4", kind of short, but they need their Jalen Suggs, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, kind of guy. They need that guy there with John Morant there. So if they get to have this rotation out there on the perimeter, I don't know. I just the West is just so deep. Like, think about the two best players. The two worst teams is who? Portland, let's say Utah.
Probably Houston.
Houston's better than them.
No,
Houston
no,
almost made the playoffs last year.
Right, I know, but I'm just saying, like, to me, those is the bottom teams. That's no disrespect, but those are the bottom teams.
Might be the Lakers, but if it's Portland and Utah for me, I don't think that's like visiting Atlanta and visiting Chicago right now. Like that, I think the West is so competitive. Like, if you go to Utah, I think they could win any game. Like, if you sleep on them, that they the same way they can compare about the Mile High, the air in Mile High, they say it's similar to Utah, and the crowd is crazy. So the West is so tough. What's stopping them from stealing some games? Memphis, Marcus Smart, they got some gritty guys there, man. I'm watching out for them though. I'm
gonna tell you right now, Memphis, John Morant is reminding me of Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks.
Wow.
They had that window and they missed it. And then now it's quiet. I think, the off the court problems with John Morant, that helped emerge, and they took advantage of the opportunity. SGA and Ant-Man. That was supposed to be John Morant. John Morant was about to be the guy. And, some things happen. But to me, him and Trae Young, I think, are similar as far as their situations. And I think if they don't have a big year this year coming up, as far as team success, they may have to move on. I think both of those guys, I think those windows is closed. Look how much better the Eastern got. Look how much better the Western got. Memphis and Atlanta been irrelevant for how long now? A couple years. So I don't see. I think Memphis dug themselves a hole. I don't know how they're gonna get out. And like I said, when you have these small markets, it's hard to make trades or get guys that want to come over there. You see what it is now, the New York, the LA markets. You see the markets that the players want to go to. Listen, man, it's going to be tough. But that power ranking, I have no problem with it. I think, I think our Knicks is right where they're supposed to be at. And I think OKC, with the addition of those guys, is right where they should be at. I agree with that.
And of course, I love them, including the Magic over Cleveland, even though they lost to them. I thought that was great, man, because they have the same feeling we do about the Magic. And you made great points about the Memphis Grizzlies, bro, because that was like, as you were talking, I'm like, if John Morant doesn't take basketball as seriously as, say what you want about Ant-Man, I've never heard anyone question his basketball seriousness.
Think about him, John Morant, those things don't happen. He's the one in the conference finals. He's the one on Team USA. He's the one going crazy. Like, let's really think about it. And that's not, Ant-Man and SGA taking that leap. That's not their fault. You know what I mean? It's almost like the rap game. A guy get in trouble. Next thing you know, that's an opportunity for somebody else. You got to take advantage of it. That's why I say this year is so important for John Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. To me, this is make or break. This is do or die. Because if you don't do nothing now, and then we didn't even name Golden State. You still got Steph over there.
Slow-mo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But as you were talking, John Morant reminded me that situation, not taking it seriously. And the law was involved. That reminds me of Michael Vick in Atlanta. Not taking it seriously. Let him stuff slide too much. All of a sudden, they take over. And I mean, I was only saying that the transition to Michael Vick in the NFL and see what it's looking like today. But the way you took a deep breath, I don't know.
Because I'm not gonna say they wasn't taking it seriously. Just made some mistakes. We all make mistakes. That's not letting them off the hook. That's not justifying what they did. But I think they take their game and they craft seriously. I think those guys love the sport they play in. I think they work out. I think they do what they got to do. It's just sometimes, man, you grow up a certain way and it's hard to let that go. So I just think they made some mistakes, and I just pray and hope that John Morant learns from it, and he just does nothing but goes forward. Like I said, Michael Vick learned from it. He had to do some time, which luckily John Morant didn't have to. And now when you see Michael Vick, man, listen, model citizen. And I love, and whether it's NFL platforms or podcasting or shows, we need to see and hear Michael Vick more. Because when he talks, I love when he talks because he's relatable. He's still a human being. Some of these guys think they're not human beings no more.
Well, that's my thing, though. At some point, it may have seemed like he thought John Morant is the same kind of same way. You feeling untouchable, and every time I hear Michael Vick talk, he's always saying everything you're saying now. The last thing I heard him talk about was like the pension for the NFL. He's like, that pension is great.
Come on, bro.
Anybody has something to say about that? You're bugging. I can show you exactly what to do, how to really invest in it.
Health insurance, all that, yeah.
So imagine him sitting down with John Morant. Because come on, that's Virginia, that's West Virginia. That's Virginia or West Virginia. That'd be VA. That's regular VA. Yeah, that's VA.
But think about how similar their paths are. If they don't have those hiccups, John Morant could have been the best player in the NBA for that moment. Michael Vick, that skill set, if he don't have no hiccups, he's arguably in the GOAT talk. Because remember, in football, you don't have to win Super Bowl rings to be in certain talks. They talk about Aaron Rodgers all day, he got one. So let's just say Michael Vick would have got there. Remember, they talk about they put T.O. in some GOAT talks as far as wide receiver. He ain't win no championship. So think about John Morant and Michael Vick. They both missed 2 years, and look how it just, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, but I big shout out Michael Vick, man. I love when he's on platforms and talk, and I really think, man, this is why, our platform, God willing, man, we make it to where we want to make it because we do this not for content, and, I just feel guys like Michael Vick, maybe he don't attract the big numbers, but I think when it's talking life, talking football, that's what it should be about. So guys like Cam and them, guys like Club Shay Shay, listen, y'all need to have Michael Vick on. Come on here.
Yeah.
Look at him. Like how Michael Vick ain't been on Club Shay Shay yet. Or has he been on? Am I bugging?
I don't know. I know he's not a dynamic personality like, Dion and them, but there's no way you sit down with all these other people that got nothing pretty much to say.
His game was dynamic.
Yeah. But more importantly, I think he got something to say.
Right, but that's my point.
Yeah.
Right? But also, let's not forget, he's arguably, how they talk about Kyrie, greatest skill set they've ever seen.
Right.
Michael Vick might have the greatest skill set we've ever seen. Where you have the combination of running and throwing, bro, he had a rocket with his feet and with his arm.
Yeah. We should tear him up though. But what he did in Lambeau Field was insane because he beat, if I'm not mistaken, he beat the Packers in like below 0 degrees, and it was the first time in. Isn't that their first loss at Lambeau Field in like 50 years? Some crazy shit like that.
He was a video game.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, even on these platforms, if y'all want to be so raw and authentic and you want to just keep it sports, that man needs to be on. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. And I'm advocating Cam and Mace. It is what it is. How y'all got Michael Irvin and some of them guys that always come on. Y'all need to bring Michael Vick up there. Guys like Mark Jack, like how y'all. Bro, Michael Vick is legendary. And, he talks to us. He's the people's champ. Like I said, man, I'm one of his biggest fans. And it ain't got nothing to do with football. I just like how he carries himself as a human being. And what he said on Vlad, bro, that was the best thing I've ever heard somebody talk about on a podcast. When he broke down how, my fellas, how I looked out for them. He said, nah, I ain't take care of them. I looked out for them. They're my brothers. And he said, if I go find $20 million in the back room and my guys is waiting outside, I ain't going to give them nothing. We done ate together. We done argued and cried together. We done fought together. My guys got kids. I'm not gonna look out for nothing. So I just think, you know, he brings a humbling dynamic to the world that a lot of us need to hear and see. Because it can't always be about a million views. It can't always be about the nonsense. So yeah, big shout out to Michael Vick. But I think him and Ja Morant are very similar in their paths to where if they don't have those hiccups, those guys go down as some of the greats. And Ja Morant is teetering on that. He needs to be careful.
Michael James, I never even thought of that. Michael Vick was like the Deion Sanders of quarterbacks. That was perfect. Because remember, Deion said, I don't get paid to tackle. He did. It was flashy, but there was no catching him. We didn't see. I don't care what y'all say about Lamar Jackson. He might be stronger. Vick was strong to take all them hits. His lower body kind of gave out on him because he got popped. But to do what he did, remember, he wasn't that accurate. To do what he was doing was insane. And that's him admittedly saying, I was the last to show up to practice and the first one to leave.
Come on, bro.
Imagine if he did take it on. If he did take it on like Deion Sanders. Oh my God.
Come on, bro. This is why they call Tom Brady the GOAT. Because he didn't have the athleticism. He didn't have the speed. He didn't have the best arm. But look, I'm going to eat avocado ice cream. And I'm going to sit in front of the laptop and watch video all day. Listen, I suffered for 15 years, which is not suffering. Muhammad Ali said this great quote, rest in peace, my GOAT of just life as a human being. You suffer to become a champ in the long run. These guys want to be champs first. No. So this is why Tom Brady's the GOAT. Listen, bro. And if Michael Vick had that, whew, come on, man. Kidding me?
I'll leave it with this. It's almost like not for nothing. He's kind of like has to humble that side of himself. When he's talking, I don't know, because I do believe, like I always told Dom, and shout out to Dom Drop, but like, yeah, Tim Duncan didn't go out to the club. Yeah, Kobe ain't go out to the club. But if we're being real, they wasn't no Wilt Chamberlain, Iverson, and Shaq, bro. That level of celebrity where people, are you the people's champ like that?
Yeah.
That thing could be like, that's addictive. You go outside and everybody got you. Everybody wants to mess with you. That's Vick in Atlanta. Atlanta in the 2000s, not Atlanta today. The 2000s Atlanta, all I heard was stories. And it seems like he tries to, every time he talks, he's like trying to like keep himself composed. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect him, but it's almost like a drug. I could feel like he was like fiending for it. You could tell.
If he wanted to, he could talk crazy.
Yeah.
They lucky he's not like my guy. What's my guy? McCoy.
Yeah.
When you talk about conceited and feeling themselves,
shady.
If Michael Vick had Shady's ways, bruh, and if he wanted to, like I said, Mike Vick could talk crazy. But yeah, man, big shout out to them dudes. Like I said, I just think they made some mistakes, which we all do. But yeah, man, it's you know, rewinding it back before we, you know, finish this last topic and get out of here. Ja Morant, you know, he can be the best point guard in the NBA. He just has to stay healthy, and he just has to get the job done. But it's going to be tough. Like I said, I think that window is gone. And I think, my opinion, he got to get out of Memphis because you're not going to get nobody to go over there. He's going to get money wherever he goes. He's always going to get a max, so he ain't got to worry about that. But if he wants to win, if he wants to go down as one of the greatest, if he wants to be in them MVP runs, MVP races, it's not in Memphis. Like I said, I think that window is done. And I'm going to tell you a place where he needs to think about. LeBron is going to be retiring in a minute. LeBron is going to be retiring in a minute. Ja Morant can make the Lakers Showtime again because Ja Morant is Showtime. And what Uncle Ice used to say, must-see TV. If Ja Morant is smart, which I know he is, and he just signed with Lift Sports Management, big shout out to them. You know, Mike Miller and them, my guy Trey Washington, my family over there doing big things. Cam Scott, man, big shout out to him down in South Carolina. Probably be one and done being in the league. Y'all need to follow him. If they are smart, soon as LeBron retires, I'm Ja Morant, I'm going to the Lakers. And I'm bringing Showtime back.
Oh.
And hold on. Make sure AD stay there. We the new Magic and Kareem. Listen, man. I said it first. Listen. You rather be in Memphis or LA? Look. No disrespect. Memphis, great city. Big shout out Glorilla and all them out there. 7 p.m. Friday. I don't even know how that shit go. I just know it go like this, the vibe, right? But listen, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't building for the Lakers. I'm building for my brothers. Remember, we got our guy. But once again, if I'm Ja Morant, I'm like this with my agent. Look, as soon as LeBron retire, bro, give me to L.A.
All ball suckers.
And if I'm in right now, I'm tampering. I'm talking to AD right now. Don't go nowhere, bro. Me and you gonna be Magic and Kareem, bro. Throw that up. That's all I'm gonna say. Leave it at that.
All ball suckers.
If I'm John, I'm going to the Heat. No, I'm not. Not with Pat Riley. Yeah, right. Pat Riley got them niggas on curfews and all that. We ain't got time for that. I'm going to LA, man. That shit wild over there. We do what we want.
Yo, I'm going crazy with the drop. I was gonna say dropping like flex bombs. I was gonna say all ball bombs is crazy. All ball bombs is crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna say this too. Big shout out Isaiah Jackson. Big shout out everybody in the chat. But I'm gonna be honest. Pat, right? Thank you. You see what Spawn Page says? Look, John Morant and Pat Riley's like oil and water. Pat Riley better be careful because he's starting to be the old man on the stoop. Spoelstra got this, but you gotta let go a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all talking about Tibbs running guys into the ground. What you think the Miami Heat over there doing? They ain't trading for nobody. They think they gonna get it done with second round draft picks and guys that you don't draft. You think I'm gonna go to Miami for 6-7 years and y'all don't get nobody but Terry Rozier? You okay? Good luck with that.
Scary Terry is crazy.
No, not big shout out Scary Terry. But if I'm John Morant, for one, you want to tell me what to do. You want to tell me what I can eat. You can tell me what time I want to come in, but you can't get me the right. Nah, I'm not doing that. Send me to LA. Niggas is lining up to go over there.
Well, yeah. But that's why you got to be careful though, and don't put yourself behind the 8 ball and have to be in a position where you got to take, Pat Riley's deal on, because then you lose all the options of going to LA or wherever you feel like it. So he can't put himself in that position. But I agree with you.
Pat Riley better be careful. He's starting to look like Pop over there.
Yeah. But I still agree with you. John Morant in LA or even New York, like just a big time city.
Well, New York, but we got Jalen Brunson, so that's why I didn't even say New York. Remember, I was saying New York before we got Jalen Brunson. I'm like, yo, certain players, they deserve a bigger market.
Bro, I don't watch college ball. I don't watch. I'm going to start to this year. When I seen the highlights for John Morant, my coworker showed me.
Crazy.
I said, who is this guy? I said, how is he not hype like Ja? He's like, bro, he says he's the best point guard. I said, bro, I'd rather have him any day over Zion. Zion might be a problem. Like, I don't know. He might not. I don't know what's going to happen with him. But this kid right here, we never had a guard in New York in how long?
Some analysts were saying he should have been the #1 pick. So people was on it. It's just that, Zion, I'm being honest, it was Zion. So I get it. But guys like Ja, guys like Zion, certain guys, they deserve them big markets, bro. And if I'm John Morant, like I said, soon as LeBron retires, I'm going to the Lakers. And I'm making sure AD stay there. And we will be Showtime Lakers all over again. Because when Ja gets it, he's gone. He's gone.
Silly question. You think Zion, John Morant is safe in LA?
I mean, that's on him.
Yeah.
He'd be a fool to mess up again. Remember, remember, LA now, with how these contracts and the deals and everything is going to be in the next 5 to 10 years, you can easily run up $500 million with 2 contracts. They just gave a look. Come on, big shot LaMelo. You got 2 and some change. It's a bonus, 2 and some change. You telling me you ain't gonna give Ja 230, 240, and then on a re-up another $160? Kidding me?
You gave Bronny 8. You might as well give Ja $100 billion.
You kidding me? So yeah, man. Yeah.
I think I don't say we wore our welcome out like Pat Riley or somebody. Would you say Popovich? But we did our thing for y'all, man. Kidding me? All ball in the building.
No, before we go, can I just 2 minutes? NFL.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Started Thursday night. NFL. I know y'all won't see this, but hopefully one day y'all will when we are, a bigger platform. Your sport is terrible now. The opening game was good, Kansas City against Baltimore. But Aaron Rodgers, you need to retire, bro. You ain't Tom Brady, bro. You ain't gonna do this till you 45. Get out of here. I'm not even a Jets fan, but I'm a New Yorker. Get out of here. Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to say this. Kansas City's Chiefs has an opportunity to do something that has never been done. 3-peat in the NFL. 3 straight Super Bowls. And I think they're going to do it. But let me tell you this. They will get some help from the NFL. Because the NFL love Kansas City Chiefs. The defensive coordinators can call timeout when only the coach can call timeout. They don't get no calls called on them, whether it's offsides, whether it's face mat, whatever it is. They getting all the help they need. If Kansas City 3-peats, does that put Patrick Mahomes second greatest quarterback of all time? I'm going to say it again. Think about it. Since he's been in the NFL, I think all his years he's either went to the Super Bowl or to the game right before the Super Bowl. If he 3-peats, does he go up to the second greatest quarterback of all time? I can't put him number 1. Tom Brady got 7. But Patrick Mahomes, to get there, he has to at least have 5. Because you got to remember, Fabian, he's going to have all the records. He's going to break all. I know you're a Dan Marino guy. He's going to have all the records. Listen, man. Kansas City about to do something special.
It started off with you saying this era is horrible.
Oh, it's terrible. Terrible.
But I did find myself liking these games. I can't lie. It took me some time. I haven't watched the NFL in years, guys. But I was watching these. That Dallas looks really good. I still think Dak is a bum and he'll show up.
Dallas
I can tell he's
look good the first game. Let's see how they look in the playoffs.
Right.
If they get there.
But that kid CeeDee Lamb is a game breaker. He's
tough.
definitely a game breaker. Parsons is a game breaker. Deshaun Watson is who I thought he was.
Lord have mercy.
That kid CJ Stroud, the first game I ever watched, I'm like, who the hell is this guy? How come nobody's talking about him? How come y'all talk about the Josh Allen and Brock Purdy and whoever the hell else? CJ Stroud, he has a chance to be with Mahomes and these guys. That's where he's at. That dude is nice. What?
You go too far, man.
Listen, all we hear is about all these other guys. Patrick Mahomes don't even play in the real era. Who the hell is the top 3 quarterbacks while he's playing? You ain't never gonna name no damn John Elway. You ain't never gonna name no Jim Kelly. You ain't gonna name no damn Brett Favre.
3. If he get 3 in a row, they never did that.
Steve Young.
They never got 3 in a row.
They couldn't.
It's never been done.
It couldn't happen back then. You got tossed up and got your leg cracked in half before you got the back to back. It wasn't happening in soft ass era. But be that as it may, I remember one time I was talking to my mom about Tom Brady. She was like, how many champions did he have? Like 3 or 4. I said, Mom, he got 7. She was like, oh my God. My mom was a big sports fan.
7 out of 9.
That's crazy. 7 is crazy. Like, I don't care what you say. It's like you say, it's all in the numbers. If I tell you I got 7 of those things,
can't talk to me about nothing. Exactly.
Go pass me. Go pass me the remote.
But that's what I'm saying. If this young man can get 5, and in that 5 he has a 3-peat, and he has some MVPs, and he's going to have some records. Listen, bro, this is why having 5 with LeBron is so important. but he ain't gonna get there. If Pat could get the 5, and he has a 3-peat, remember Brady ain't nobody never 3-peat. Listen, bro, that might put you at the Mount. That might put you up there with the Mount Rushmore quarterbacks.
And the thing with Patrick Mahomes is, it's not like a Brock Purdy. It's not like some of these guys where it's like, oh yeah, he's the best, but it doesn't really look like that. He looks like the best. Patrick Mahomes looks like the best quarterback.
Bro, I seen a game where in the fourth quarter they was down 4 touchdowns and came back and won.
Nah, he's insane. The way he throws the ball. Every time I look at a quarterback, of course, pinpoint accuracy, the way you lead a receiver, that's all good. The way you play call, audible, all that shit is cool. For me, my favorite thing about spotting a quarterback's greatness when they are good is that play action. Is that shit as smooth as when you don't run the ball? I don't know. It's something about it for me that's like for me the quarterback's crossover, like the hesitation. When I seen Peyton Manning, the way he play action, so Tom Brady's play action is just like, yo, did he hand the ball off? Smooth. Patty Mahomes, smooth.
He throws on him. He throws no looks.
Oh my God. Who the hell throws no look passes in the NFL?
In football. He.
Come on, man.
Get us out of here, man.
You know who that is.
Suckers.
You know who I be, man. Listen.
Fabian!
You know, 7:30 p.m. weeknights all the time. Click the link in the description. We got a Cash App in there, man. What is that hashtag? $ABTV3, $EBTV3. Click that. Donate. We like PBS out here, man. We document our own footage. We document our own greatness out here. Click some more links in the description and click the StreamYard link. You want to start your own podcast? Do it through us. We can show them all our pullers about. And of course, we got Factor Mills in the description as well. Factor Mills as also will be sponsoring Knicks Rehab. Knicks Rehab this Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Knicks Rehab. Don't you forget it. 7:30 p.m. on Thursdays. AllBall's gonna be there. You know, Flea's gonna be there. And you know me. You know I will be there, baby.
It's only 2 great things in history that corresponds with 7:30. AllBall TV and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Wasn't that 7:15? AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.